I heard you in another interview talking about President Biden in that moment from 2024 in the presidential debate there. And up until that point, you've heard some in the administration, as well as some Democrats, defending President Biden, saying that's just a gaffe. He's could be a little older, but that's not him all the time. And then the American people see that debate and they realize, that wasn't just a cold. That wasn't just one bad night. It reminded a lot of Americans of the moment they've reached sometimes with a parent or grandparent where they need to have a sit down conversation with that person and say, maybe it's time to give up the car keys. But I do want to ask you, and I know that Republicans and conservatives in Minneapolis especially, they're not a monolith, but I'm curious if someone who supports ICE or a conservative there or a Republican, is this a moment right now where they are thinking, hey, this isn't too right. Hey, I want to back away from this. This is too far.
I think there's a laundry list of people who are not traditionally Democrats. First, gun rights owners. Alex Pretti had a conceal and carry permit, totally legal in Minnesota, and never showed his gun. And so gun rights owners were saying, no, he did not show his gun. In fact, he operated properly. He did not show his gun. Had he shown his gun, that might have created something different. Second, I think what I read in accounts from the White House is that President Trump saw these videos too. And he saw them in real time. And he saw the people in his administration. And no matter what you think of President Trump, he made the call that this was just not matching up. And the pushback from other Republicans in Minnesota who had been saying for days, this isn't going well. This is hurting Republicans in Minnesota and across our country. And so I think there was some political reality that just required a shift. There was talks and conversations and negotiations about trying to change the tone in Minneapolis. But the killing of Alex Pretti changed the dynamic almost overnight, because you saw by Sunday afternoon, President Trump had signaled that things were going to be different. And so I do think the camera phone footage, the truth about the way it came out, and the administration's response led to we have to move in a different direction than we're in.